automation, and we're very, very excited about our booth this year and what we're presenting to the market. Murata Machinery USA specializes in automated turning. That's the reason we are here. Our DNA and our evolution in the turning market has always been with automation. Our history, many of you know the name Warner and Swayze. Warner and Swayze went into a collaboration with Murata years ago, and in 1972 we presented the first loader to a Warner Swayze machine. And the machine was developed since then into what you see around the booth now. So we've got a long history in turning as well as automation, overhead automation. So what you'll see today is really the best of the best. We're very, very proud of our products and what we do out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina serves as the North American headquarters for Murata Machinery. Out of that facility, we have 140,000 square feet. We have 120 employees that are heavily engineered based. So how we differentiate ourselves from the rest of the market, you can see most of our platforms around the booth here are twin spindles with an overhead gantry robot, if you will, managing the part. The big benefit of that, obviously, is cost savings. It's in one platform, safety, and floor space. That's the name of the game. So you'll see that platform kind of demonstrated in various ways around our booth. All of our products are engineered out of Charlotte. The base machine is really made in Japan, and everything that touches the part, we design, engineer, build, and integrate out of Charlotte. That's how we differentiate ourselves from the rest of the market. So we're very, very proud about the work that we do for the machine tool market. So this will be a collaboration of several regional managers. We'd like to give you a quick introduction of all of our models around the booth, and we'll tell you a little bit about each model and what that machine actually does. So with that introduction, any initial questions about Murata Machinery USA? Okay. First up will be Gabe Morelli explaining our MT100.
Good morning, thank you for coming. Appreciate your time. This is the MT100. This is our most flexible platform in a small footprint. It's flexible for two reasons. Number one, the ability of the machine could be configured in many ways. What you're seeing here is a bar feed machine, but we have the ability to unload with an intelligent unloader for delicate parts, or a gantry loader like you've seen everywhere else. Machine inside is flexible because it has standard 2 turrets, as you can see this model, or a 3rd turret option. All 3 turrets have 15 stations. They're identical, so tooling can be swapped from one turret to the next. And they also all have Y-axis and obviously live tooling capability. This machine is configured in a 2-inch bar capacity machine, standard with 6-inch chucks. But like Steve was mentioning, we configure every system wrapped around as a solution, wrapped around the customer's part. So as a base machine, you're very flexible as it starts, but our capacity of customizing a turnkey allows customers to address their production needs in particular. The bar feed type configuration we're showing here allows for continuous unmanned production of bar work. If you had a loader, like you're going to see the bigger brother machine, you'd be able to run slugs or castings or forgings. And some customers can configure this machine with a gantry loader and a bar feed, so you have the best of both worlds. You can run bar jobs and you can run slugs as well. And we do that all in Charlotte, North Carolina, in our facility. Have any questions about specs? Again, my name is Gabe Morelli. I'm going to meet you again down the road on the next high precision machine. Thank you very much. And I'm going to introduce Todd Bywalski, our regional manager out of Pennsylvania.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming today. I'm going to bring you over here to the Muratec MW200 machine. So the Muratec MW200 machine is probably Murata's most popular model. Okay, This machine is an industry-leading powerhouse machine in the automated twin spindle lathe market. The machine is a very robust machine. It's an all-box way design. A very robust machine. The machine can be purchased in both single gantry or twin spindle second gantry robot. The machine itself has a very low cost of ownership, and that's why a lot of our customers like this machine, is because of the cost of ownership. Very reliable, like Steve mentioned earlier with the Warner and Swayze background. Very robust, very reliable machine. This machine is extensively known in the automotive industry for doing transmission and steering components. As you go through the opportunity to buy new vehicles today, you see a lot of 9 and 10 speed transmission components. This machine is making a lot of 9 and 10 speed transmission components. So just to give you a few simple specifications on the machine, it's a 30 horsepower machine. It has 2 10-station turrets, and it's also the gantry handling capacity is a diameter of 200 millimeters, and it's a length of 120 millimeters, and it has a total weight capacity of 16 kilograms. So I'm just going to give you a simple story of what we're doing here. And the Murata know-how has been something that we've talked about, and this is what we do in Charlotte. This is a standard feeder table, 14 pallets that we make every day. This is where the customer is loading his raw materials. This is a rechuck or orientation station that we build in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is where we'll set the part back down to make sure that we are gripping the part properly so we can load it into our spindle. We're doing an op 10-20 process here, okay? And we're using our turnaround station. So we're doing an op 10, turning the part around, and this machine is set up with the second gantry, and so it's servicing the second spindle and our post-process gauge. And the post-process gauge is feeding back to the machine tool to change offsets. So now you don't have an operator at the control all day long changing offsets. All this is done in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's backed by the Murata Way. And the Murata Way is turnkey capabilities, peripheral equipment, and that's what we do. Can I help anybody with any questions?
What are some other applications besides the automotive transfer?
Well, we're always looking for applications. Oil and gas industry has been a field that we've been getting into. Also, the valve and fitting industry is another industry that we're strongly going after. And somewhere down the line here, I think you may see our fastener, aerospace fastener machine, the MW135 that's in the back of the booth over there. That's an industry that we're very excited about and that we're attacking as well. Any other questions? Thanks for coming. I'm going to take this over here to my buddy Ken Brewer, and he's going to be able to tell you a little bit about what we got going on over here.
Pittsburgh, we're at.
You know what? I think we've met before. We've met somewhere before, and I can't remember.
Today I'd like to introduce you guys to the MW200 machine. This machine is kind of a breakaway in a sense compared to our traditional machines. Someone also just asked a question regarding other industries. This would be a very good platform to step outside the automotive industry, and I'll explain why. Here we have a opposing spindle machine, where Murata is traditionally known in the industry as a parallel spindle machine. So in this platform, the machine has 2 equal spindles opposed, as compared to one being a substandard or smaller. For Murata, we use equal size spindles on both ends. This machine also has 2 or 3 turret capability. In this case, we're showing a 3 turret machine. 2 top, 1 bottom. The turret on bottom allows service to either spindle. All 3 turrets have 15 station live tool and Y-axis capability. we internally to Murata Machinery, we kind of refer to this machine as a job shop in a box. If you can basically think about a part, it can basically machine in this platform. So the machine is 20 horsepower spindles, again 15 station turrets. Also you see above, it can come with or without a gantry rail for automated loading. Also we can put a traditional work stocker system on this machine. We want to load castings, as well as put a bar feed if we want to bar feed the machine. As we mentioned earlier, technically we could put a bar feed and a work stocking system in the machine if a customer needed that. And you'll also see at the end of the machine, built in Charlotte, North Carolina at our factory, we've integrated a Murata gauge for measurement and offsetting the machine tool control. The industry refers to this as CLAP. It's an acronym of CLAP, which stands for Closed Loop Auto Processing. So this allows a part to be machined and measured, fed back without an operator having to engage the control. So that would be our MT200 platform. Pardon me. One thing we're showing a little different today that most machine tool builders won't do, we're machining a part in this platform as well as the same part in this platform. And that's just to show the flexibility of one type of machine to another. So if you need mass production, this would be the type of platform I'll explain next. If you need maximum flexibility, that is where the Murata MT product comes in. So I'll step over and introduce to you the next cell. The question was just asked, how much of our business goes to a traditional type job shop? If you step out of the tier 1, tier 2 automotive, typically below that we may consider that a job shop. Percentage, I would say maybe 30%, 25 to 30%. That's what we see. So here, this is one of the Murata base platforms that we're very known in the industry for, the MW120. This is a 2-axis turning machine with parallel spindles. What we're showing today is actually integrating 2 machines together. The second machine is the Muratec MD, which is the same machining capability, but with live tools. So the advantage of this would be, instead of having to remove a part and go to a secondary or third operation, because of the flexibility of this line, we're able to have the automation move the machine apart from machine 1 to machine 2 and use the live tool capability so we're not having to further process it in the plant. As you also see, we're using a Murata gauge, still built by Murata in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this gauge is also doing a closed loop auto processing. So when we take measurements at the gauge, we're offsetting the control, which is allowing the operator not to have to engage the control, which could lead to a potential mistake. So this has become a very popular item for Murata machinery with the gauging, simply because with the current lack of skill set of employees, to where we can get technical trained employees, this really helps the ability not to have scrap parts. Both of these machines are standard with 8-station turrets. They can come as an option of a 12. These machines are standard with 15 horsepower and optional above that. So I will ask, are there any questions I can answer with either side, either platform? Alrighty, I will pass along back to Mr. Gabe Morelli.
Welcome back. Seems like I know you all already. So when we set out to design the machine, it has a specific purpose, sometimes, or a specific target market. Kind of can't say that about this machine. It's jack of all trades. But one thing that can be said about the MW40 is its extreme accuracy. When I'm talking about extreme accuracy, a lot of people will tell customers how much tolerance or how many microns can I get for tolerance. With the MW40, we're able to tell you how few, because we're talking about sometimes single digit in the micron level of tolerance we can hold. So this machine is a MW40 twin spindle lathe, like you see a lot, also available as a single spindle if you need it. And it has 2 turrets on each side with the capability of adding live tooling and Y-axis. But precision is its name, although flexibility is its market. We can do any kind of connector that has a lot of milling in the aerospace industry, or extremely tight tolerance turning like we're doing here to eliminate grinding. Our customers love the flexibility in a small footprint. And this machine is capable of a 50 millimeter diameter part up to 90 millimeters long. And again, holding those types of accuracy. So we're talking injector industry, tooling industry, medical, or just a flexible machine to do any other type of work. With the live tooling capability, twin spindle design, and the gantry loader, this becomes a machine shop in a box. Now, you might have heard that term a lot. But additionally, we add the flexibility of loading, bulk loading. So when you're talking about high precision parts, you don't want to be handling those. It costs a lot of money. We can, a very flexible loader system, integrated gauging with the capability, again, of that single micron level accuracy for more flexibility the part requires it. Available with a single gantry, as you see here, twin gantry for reducing pack time or minimal load cycle. And again, standard 2-axis, live tooling with C-axis and an additional Y-axis with a total stroke of 50 millimeters. Any questions about this machine? Okay, thank you very much.
All right, I think back around to me. I was not going to allow my regional managers to present 2 of the most exciting products in the show. So now we're kind of saving our latest and greatest for the last. I'm very, very pleased about introducing you to some new technology that we feel no one else has in the market, and that's in our MW35. A little background about the MW35. As you well know, all across America, parts are made on old screw machines, such as Brown & Sharps and Davenports. Everybody knows those machines. They made America great. They really did in manufacturing. In today's technology, though, there's so many operations that need to be machined after those parts are blanked on Davenports and Brown & Sharps. The problem with gantry automation is it's just not fast enough. Screw machines are really, really fast, as you well know. So cycle times are in 2 and 3 seconds. They're measured in 2 and 3 seconds. So there was no technology out there other than customized loaders, gantry automation to keep up with secondary operations with the speed of screw machines. So we went to the drawing board 3 years ago, and we developed a new twin spindle machine for the market. It's an all-electric and pneumatic machine. So there's actually no hydraulics in the machine. All servo-driven. And with a new loader system, it's a swing loader system, now we're able to keep up with those screw machine speeds in doing the secondary operations. So what we're demonstrating here is actually taking a blank, as you see here, a typical blank. This could be a fastener, this could be any kind of part off a screw machine, and that requires some secondary turning operations. And we're feeding it now with a bolt feeder system into a swing arm, okay? On each side, we're doing simultaneous operations. So for instance, with a fastener that I'm demonstrating here, we're completing this part in 6.5 seconds on each side. So I'm presenting 2 parts complete every 6.5 seconds. 3.25 tack time. That's very, very fast. Very, very fast for the market. There's various diameters and lengths we can accommodate in this. It looks like a small machine, but it packs a punch. It packs a punch. So we can accommodate up to 30 millimeters in diameter, up to 75 millimeters in length. So a wide variety of small parts coming off a screw machine. Very, very excited about this machine. Matter of fact, in the 2 days of the show so far, this has probably generated the most leads so far. So we're very, very excited about the MW35. Any questions? Okay. I like to finalize the machine demonstration with also it's going to be a winner in the market, and this is our renovated, redesigned MW120. As Ken told you about the MW120 behind you, the 120 really made us famous in the market. That's an 8-inch chuck platform that's capable of automating 120 millimeter diameter times 80 millimeter in length. So a very, very common size range in the machining market. So once again, as a private company, we're a multi-billion-dollar private company. We can reinvest technology in ourselves very easily. That's the benefit of being a private company, which we did with the MW120 Type 2. So the MW120 Type 2 has many features that our standard machine does not have, such as a fiber style gantry system. Very light, but very, very fast. In comparison to our old gantry system, which is also very fast, now we're increasing speeds by 50%. We're moving this gantry 50% quicker than our old style gantry. So we can move the part in and out much faster. Big benefit as far as cycle time. We've also redesigned really the basis of the machine. The turret has been redesigned, the spindle has been redesigned, the shutter door in which the gantry actually enters and exits has been redesigned, all in the name of speed. So the same part size on our old style machine, now we can improve cycle times of some parts up to 20 to 25%. So big benefit to the customer. The name of the game here is same quality, same part size, faster throughput. Faster throughput. Faster throughput generates revenue for the customer, and obviously making the customer more money. So any questions about our MW120 Type 2 platform? Twin spindle chucker, overhead gantry automation. Okay, and I'd like to close with a word from our general manager, Jeff Kalmbach, to talk about our company.
Good morning, my name is Jeff Kalmbach. I'm the General Manager of the Machine Tools Division in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'd like to make a quick introduction. Masazumi Fukushima is the President of Murata Machinery USA. We're glad to have him here with us at IMTS today. I think as you've walked around our booth, and I hope you've gotten a sense of what we do, you know, there's a lot of talk in the industry now about automation and automating machines. But I hope as you've walked around the booth and listened to our regional managers, we know automation. This is what we do. That's all we do. And I think we do it the best. So again, our facility in Charlotte, North Carolina has been mentioned a few times. We do have 120 employees servicing the machine tools division. In that division, we have our group of engineers that will understand the customer's needs and develop a turnkey system around the base machine. After the engineering is done, we put those machines together in Charlotte, and we run off those machines for our customers on our floor prior to shipping. We do have a full project management group that is our primary contact once the order is received and coordinates all the activities with the customers. Once machines are shipped, we provide full service, technical service out of Charlotte, also regionally throughout the country, along with full service customer spare parts and customer service right in Charlotte. So again, I appreciate you coming to our booth today.
I hope we've shared some information with you about who we are and what we do, and enjoy the rest of your time here at IMTS. If you have any questions, I'll open it up. All right, thank you.
Feel free to stick around, take pictures, ask questions. We're here.